I settled with Chef 187 because I feel if music is like food to your soul, I'm the chef cooking up that food to your soul. Well, Chef 187 is a hip-hop artist from the 260, which is Zambia. I'm a hip-hop artist signed under Alpha Entertainment, which is a record label back in Zambia. My music is like a fusion of Western influence as well as local influences as well. So I try my best to still keep that authentic hip-hop sound, but also infuse some traditional native sounds from my country. Well, like almost every other musician, I had to go through different names before I settled with Chef 187. Mostly because I could find, maybe I call myself this, then I could always get some other person calling themselves a name similar to mine. But I settled with Chef 187 because I feel if music is like food to your soul, I'm the chef cooking up that food to your soul. Well, I've always been a lover of music, and I've always been passionate about music itself. But my brother, I remember my brother being the first person I actually saw getting into music and being successful in it. So he was like the only immediate example I ever had. So it was only after seeing his success that I also decided to take up music as a career. Back home, there's an artist by the name of PK Tishala. He's late. There's another artist by the name of Afonika. These two artists inspire me a lot because they stayed true to their roots. They told Zambian stories. They represented the Zambian culture through their music. So I'm kind of inspired by that, but I also grew up listening to people like Nas and Jay-Z, Tupac, like almost every hip-hop artist. So I try to put the two sounds together. Well, the Zambian music hip-hop scene is growing to start with. We're not where we were like 4 or 5 years back. So I would love to feel that the progression is going to continue. And yeah, I can't wait for Zambian hip-hop to represent outside Zambia. Well, it's been an awesome experience so far. I feel like each of the artists were very welcoming and were like just down to earth. They didn't look at me like an upcoming artist or someone who's very unknown. They treated me with the respect they could have for their colleagues or anyone like that. So it never really felt like I was meeting them for the first time, and something that is something that is very important to me, because it's how you get to have like it's how you meet a person that determines what is going to go on at the end. If you're going to make a good song, it wasn't just like about work, it was like developing a relationship before we could even start working. So I was very appreciative of the fact that the guys were very receptive to me as an artist, and that made it easier to even go about making our music. Well, Afro Blend is like a fusion of different different magics, if I'm to use that word, from different artists, just like Shiva's Scotch whiskey which is like a mixture of different ingredients put together to make one particular product. Afro Blend is like that in a way, in that we are getting our different styles and combining them to make one style, which is called Afro Blend. I've been working on new music for the past year or so. My last album was way back in 2016, so I've been working on this particular one for some time, and I'm happy to be fortunate enough to have collaborations like the one with Mr. P and the one with Skels as well. So I'm trying to call it Bon Appetit, though we haven't really decided on the title yet, and it's the first time I'm mentioning it on record. So possibly within the coming 3-4 weeks. Yeah. One of my songs that is very dear to me is a song called Wala Wala. Where I talk about being in a situation where you give it your all and still you don't see results at the end. So what do you do in that particular time? So Wala Wala in the local language means nothing. Like you give it your all and you still don't get anything at the end. So what do you do in that case? So just seeing how people responded to that music and still respond up to this day is something that touches me a lot, because I found myself in that situation a lot of times before, and to see the people relate, that is something that means a lot to me. Well, I'm trying to call the album Bon Appetit, so I'm only trying to tell people to say, don't think too much of the music. Just allow yourself to enjoy it for what it is. Oh yeah, the album is scheduled to feature the 2 collaborations that I had with Mr. P and Skels. Also going forward, I would love for this opportunity to open more doors for me, not only for me, but for Zambian music as well. Just so we can also tap into this huge Nigerian market that you have here. There's a lot of people I would love to collaborate with. I'm a fan of a lot of people, so obviously I would love to collaborate with people who like whose music I'm a fan of. Yeah, people like too numerous to mention, but just to mention a few names, people like maybe AKA Casper. I would love to collaborate with MI. I would love to collaborate with Olamide. Yeah, amongst other artists. Yeah, moving forward, I'm an artist that always tries to challenge. I always try to challenge myself with something new and something big. So moving forward, I would love for this opportunity given to me by Shivers to like open a lot of doors, and I would love to see Zambian music being represented by maybe someone else that got inspired by this particular story. Back home, we've gotten to a point where we've done almost about everything locally. So it's time to start branching out, to explore other avenues and sell Zambian music to the outside world, not just Zambia or maybe Southern Africa. So Shivers I feel Shivers is giving me that opportunity to sell my particular brand to the outside world, to get to collaborate with people and audiences I normally wouldn't like interact with. So I'm very grateful for that opportunity, and I hope it doesn't just end from here. I hope it's a long-term partnership, even if it's not Chef 187, but it could be any other Zambian artist, because I believe we have a lot to offer in terms of African music. if I'm to pick one of my songs, it would be a song called Unbeatable. Yeah, because I've always believed when you believe in yourself, then your passion and everything, then you're going to be unbeatable. Unbeatable, wow. I haven't thought about that, but unbeatable would mean maybe something like Omupondo. Omupondo is like a slang for someone who's like unbeatable. Okay. Yeah, so my album is coming. Remember to check it out. It's a very beautiful body of work. And remember to just enjoy it. It's called Bon Appetit. Remember to enjoy it with a bottle of Shivers at least. Otherwise, you can check me out on Facebook as Chef187, on Instagram as well, and on my YouTube channel. Hi, my name is Chef187, and you guys are watching Pose TV.